Financial Secretary Paul Chan pledges government support for Hong Kong businesses affected by U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods. A survey conducted by a suicide prevention NGO reveals over 30% of caregivers suffer from a high state of emotional stress and depression. And millions of Americans stage protests across the United States against a hostile takeover of rights and freedoms by President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Good evening. You're now watching Cable News. I'm Cheryl Yun. Financial Secretary Paul Chan said the tariffs imposed by the United States on Chinese goods will inevitably have a short-term impact on Hong Kong. Pledging government support for local businesses affected by the levies, the minister assured that Hong Kong will remain a free port, keeping trade open and ensuring the smooth flow of goods, capital, and information. U.S. President Donald Trump's sweeping reciprocal tariffs targeting most of its trading partners worldwide is aimed at addressing America's trade imbalances with other countries. Writing on his weekly blog, the finance chief called the move an act of bullying that violates the international rules-based multilateral trading system and harms the global economy and trade. Chan reaffirmed Hong Kong's commitment to its role as a free trade port, guaranteeing the steady movement of goods, funds, and information as enshrined in the Basic Law. Chan said Washington's unilateral approach not only fails to fix its own problems, but also threatens global economic stability and supply chains. He noted that stocks on Wall Street plummeted sharply, losing over $6 trillion, with financial institutions cutting growth forecasts and some predicting America to go into a recession. Chan emphasized that trade wars and tariff battles have no winners, calling for equality, mutual respect, and win-win solutions to settle disputes. Chan also detailed Hong Kong's support for local businesses amid the uncertainty, including strengthening export credit insurance support for trading businesses, expanding into new markets, speeding up digital transformation, and providing timely information for better risk management. Looking ahead, he stressed the need to strengthen ties with traditional markets while building stronger connections with emerging markets in the global south. Chan added that the government will announce its fourth batch of strategic enterprise partners, focusing on artificial intelligence across fields like transportation, commercial robotics, medicine, and more. An increasing number of children are likely to experience mental health problems at a later stage due to extended screen times on electronic devices. Experts have urged parents to strike a balance between crucial IT education and the negative effects of too much screen time, which could affect the child's physical well-being. Evelyn Bai reports.
Taking to
the airwaves, Patrick Yip, a clinical professor at the University of Hong Kong's Pediatrics and Adolescent Medicine Department, said, besides mainstream websites, the internet is filled with illegal activities that pose additional threats. The physician added that if parents are too lenient, their children could become victims of cyberbullying and possibly get exposed to the undesirable side of the internet. Paul Yip, director of HKU's Center for Suicide Research and Prevention, said websites should take on the social responsibility and implement measures to protect children. Prior studies have revealed that overuse of screens could lead to a lack of sleep, anxiety, depression, delays in language development, and a shortened attention span in children. Yip emphasized that excessive use of the internet is similar to taking drugs. Both experts recommended that parents should engage more with their children to ensure that the use of technology is purposeful, interactive, and most importantly, balanced with offline activities. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
A study conducted by the Suicide Prevention Services has revealed that nearly 1 out of 3 elderly carers are under severe mental pressure, with many experiencing depression, anxiety, and even thoughts of self-harm or suicide. Maria, who is in her 40s, looked after her mother who suffers from dementia while holding a full-time job. She described a dual burden as working 2 jobs, with her stress escalating every time her mother's health deteriorated. A 5-month study conducted between last October and February this year revealed that 40% of caregivers had to look after their loved ones for at least 21 hours per week or even longer. Surveying 942 caregivers looking after elders aged 60 and above, the Suicide Prevention Services said 37% of carers face extreme stress, and 1 in 6 have thought of ending their life. The organization is calling on employers to accommodate workers caring for elderly relatives or family members with chronic illnesses. Suggested measures include flexible working hours to allow time for medical appointments and adequate rest periods to alleviate physical and mental stress. The Privacy Commissioner's Office has issued guidelines for the use of generative artificial intelligence, urging employers to establish AI policies to reduce the risks of data breach. Jeremy Zhu has the story.
Taking to the airwaves, Privacy Commissioner Ada Chung highlighted that a survey found fewer than 30% of organizations have AI guidelines for staff. With generative AI now widely used, employers do not have clarity on how to incorporate these powerful tools in the workplace. Clear internal policies, such as a list of approved AI tools and permissible data inputs, are essential. The guidelines provided by the privacy watchdog cover key areas including the scope of use, data privacy protection, legal and ethical compliance. Chung said the directives are a prescription which is straightforward, actionable, and can be easily adapted. Additionally, the office is collaborating with the Productivity Council to host data security seminars in helping industries adopt AI safely. Chung added that compliance inspections are underway to uncover AI misuse in public and private sectors. The office has full authority to investigate breaches, publish reports, and publicly condemn offenders. She warned that penalties must be deterrent, urging administrative fines, but said any system must balance business concerns and the capacity of small firms to pay the fine. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
The University of Hong Kong's medical faculty hosted its first free health screening and seminar for domestic helpers on campus today. Aimed at raising awareness on strokes, the event attracted over 200 helpers seeking preventive knowledge and early detection. Jeremy Zhu has more details.
Clinical Associate Professor Gary Lau revealed that nearly 2,300 Hong Kongers suffer from a stroke annually. Aged between 18 to 55 years, 10% of those involved are domestic helpers. This group plays a vital role caring for Hong Kongers. Their health literacy benefits society, Lau said. Professor Lau noted many helpers had never undergone checkups. One asymptomatic participant with persistently high blood pressure readings was urgently referred to Queen Mary Hospital. Attendees expressed heightened stroke concerns, vowing to improve their diet and exercise while sharing knowledge with families back in the Philippines.
We learned a lot of things this morning about all the procedures on how you prevent and how you avoid to have this stroke. And it was very information for us as a domestic helper.
The university hopes today's event will create a ripple effect, simultaneously raising the helpers' awareness of stroke symptoms to prevent missed golden treatment windows. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Welfare and human rights advocacy group SOCO, or the Society for Community Organization, has urged the administration to provide more support for children with special educational needs who are in school. Jeremy Zhu has the details.
Highlighting insufficient support, SOCO suggested that 86% of parents of children with special educational needs found services to be inadequate, except for the help provided in schooling the children. One parent acknowledged the government's efforts in providing subsidized schooling, but other support is compromised due to the overwhelming demand for such educational facilities. Since July last year, SOCO has launched a pilot scheme to provide 73 families with a monthly subsidy of $1,500 for private tutoring, expanding children's hobbies or therapy. After more than 6 months, the assistance has helped children progress academically and socially.
幫助到我哋呢一類 SEN 小朋友發展佢嘅潛能。
Another parent said the support has helped children develop their potential. Even if they aren't top students, they can gain skills to thrive in society, she added. SOCO has urged the government to offer an additional subsidy of $1,200 per month, or learning vouchers for children with special educational needs. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Millions of people took to the streets to protest against U.S. President Donald Trump and his billionaire advisor Elon Musk in what demonstrators called a hostile takeover of American rights and freedoms. Spanning all 50 U.S. states, rallies were held in more than 1,200 locations, including Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, and the capital, Washington, D.C. Evelyn Bai reports.
Citing grievances with Trump's agenda ranging from social to economic issues, the nationwide hands-off protests were led by more than 150 groups, representing a diverse range of communities, such as civil rights organizations, labor unions, LGBTQ advocates, and veterans. Tens of thousands of protesters rallied at the National Mall in Washington, D.C.
Yes, we know that this system is rigged and the status quo doesn't work for Americans. But it's not rigged against the billionaires, it's rigged for the billionaires and for the corporations.
In the city of Charlotte, North Carolina, civilians voiced their opposition to the Trump administration's downsizing of the government.
Regardless of your party, regardless of who you voted for, what's going on today, what's happening today is abhorrent.
Trump, Elon, neither one of them represent anything that true Americans care about.
Thousands of others gathered at a public park in downtown Boston, voicing similar concerns. More than 121,000 federal workers have been laid off since Trump took office, just over 2 months ago. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
On to the weather now. Overcast with 1 or 2 light rain patches tomorrow. Sunny periods with a maximum temperature of around 24 degrees. The weather will get humid and warm in the following few days. That's our news tonight. I'm Cheryl Yun. Thanks for watching and good night.